I love shoes. I'm obsessed with shoes.
I like shirts. They're pretty useful.
Right now, the game, at least for me, that is the Guitar Hero.
I am extremely obsessed with my hair.
The way you actually move the guitar controller and the way you actually do the whammy actually gives you more points. So it's like the more you rock, the more points you get.
My obsession is hats.
I am obsessed with flats.
Voting hat, hip hop hat, beer hat, Yankee hat.
What we're really obsessed about is understanding people's behavior.
Brand is a word that gets used quite a lot, and it can get very jargony, and it can mean lots of different things.
A brand is actually every aspect of the customer experience.
Two words that are really important right now are relevance and authenticity. So I think if we're highly relevant with what we're trying to explain to people and how we engage in their life, and we're authentic about it, and we're not, advertising or talking about brands, but we're really talking about lifestyle and experiences, I think that's where we start moving advertising into something that's very, very unique.
When we get it right, it's really a relationship between a company and a consumer. Barbie is an iconic world brand. I mean, it's Barbie, right?
She's so much to so many people. I actually played with the very first Barbie. I was 9 years old when she came out.
We expanded the definition of Barbie to more of a brand. And so the brand included Barbie consumer products, things like hair care or electronics, fashion, apparel, and we merged that with the toy. And so it became a fuller expression of what the brand could be for girls that were between the age of basically 6 to 8.
Barbie is an experience that we extend to them from their lives. So Barbie is fashion. Barbie is an experience.
We created this great song for Barbie. It was called Where'd You Get That? It was all about girl truisms, and basically was a little bit of this hooky kind of feel, which went something like this. Where'd you get that?
Oh, oh, where'd you get that? Oh, 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 where'd you get that?
Huh? Whoa, cool skirt. Where'd you get that?
Where'd you get that?
Barbie will always be a doll. She'll always be a fashion doll, but she's got everything around her now.
That unlocks a whole experience with girls and mothers and women that is not about toys, but is about how they relate to each other.
We create meaning through stories. We navigate through the world with stories. So really figuring out what are the right stories to tell, how do we do it visually, how do we do it through different media.
Steve, can you come in here? Steve. Look, I don't know why, but we've decided to give you a promotion, and this is your new office. I know the flat screen's a little small, but we can go bigger. Now, don't say yes right away. Take a 6-week paid vacation, think it over. How you doing?
You can never have too much good stuff. AM, PM, too much good stuff.
I thought about it.
When you walk in, even as an adult, you think to yourself, like, I haven't had like a ding dong in a long time, or I haven't had like a snowball in 15, 20 years. I should have one. Why not? Nobody's watching, and nobody cares. Like, there's no, nobody holds anything against you in that store, which is great. And so we wanted to capture that in this animated way.
I love to buy cherry pies, and I love to eat corn dogs with nacho cheese. AM, PM stars make me happy.
If you really want to break through the clutter, break through the noise, you've got to approach things with complete insanity almost. You've got to completely immerse yourself out of yourself into a different person, a different group of people.
You use animation to kind of connect. People have always used animation to connect with their target audiences.
AM, PM, too much good stuff. Welcome to a network where being here is being there. Cisco. Welcome to the Human Network.
You know, 360-degree branding, or the stewardship of brands, is really what we do here, and it's really our responsibility with our clients. Take Cisco, for example. We do all the obvious things, the advertising, the interactive, the direct marketing, all that kind of thing, but we also work with them on their speeches, on their press releases, on their events, on their partner programs. It's really every touch point where their brand meets a customer, and it becomes our responsibility to care for that.
If you think about what's happening in the online space today, you know, there's banners everywhere, there's messages everywhere, and what we're doing with Yahoo specifically is adding a little bit of interactivity, something that the user can play with. It's not about a single website experience versus a television spot versus a online advertising, or it's really about putting all those together and making sure that they surround the customer and feel like every touch point sort of leads to the entire brand experience.
Hello.
Hello, Moto.
Well, for Motorola, we've been working on a global toolkit for the retail experience. So there we're trying to create an environment that can tell a brand story.
And Moto is like a natural contraction of Motorola. So we took that and turned it into a language. It's a language that Nokia can't use, Samsung can't use, Sony can't use, Sony Ericsson can't use. It's Moto. It comes out of who that brand is. I guess the ultimate desire or craving, you know, of any client would be to create the kind of obsession we have for brands for their brand.
Me want strawberry blasted honeycomb. Hang on, baby. Right now. Whoa.
The Craver among the target audience, which would be, you know, kids 6 to 12, has 100% recognition.
You know, David Ogilvy used to say, and has said many times in his books, and in our agency actually in Toronto, there's a huge banner across that whole office which says, "We sell or else."
This messaging is completely all around us, and it's hard to break through if you just shout.
There's really no point in creating a tremendous brand if in the end of the day it doesn't have a return for the client. What we're really all about is the results that this brand stewardship delivers.
The mistake that's often made is without paying attention to what you're saying, you just say it more loudly, and it's far less effective than a whisper in the right direction.